Maria from What's the Story with Maria? What is going on? How's it going? We want to just shout out to Armed Radio. Jim Bell is our producer and engineer. He's out in Nashua, New Hampshire. He's running the ship from there. Mr. Leo Rodriguez is our accidental stage manager, my accidental Chewy.
I have the cup to prove it.
Yes, you do have the cup to prove it. Accidental stage manager. He is running the StreamYard and all the broadcasts that's going on Facebook. He's doing that from Idlewild, California. And we are very excited to be coming to you this Tuesday, November 2nd, 2021. And I am in New York City. So I am sure this is happening all over, but it is voting day here. So November 2nd is voting day, midterm elections. We got mayoral elections, public advocate, all kinds of stuff, comptroller. So wherever state you're in, let me see if we got people coming in yet. Whatever state you're in, something is happening. So I know that these nights, traditionally, people are watching the tube, and there's a lot going on. So I'm always excited. Politics, I'm just one of those people that I haven't, even though so much of it is stressful, I still like it. And I really enjoy being part of something. So let me just, get our show going.
We are live on all of our channels, including our YouTube.
Thank you, Leo. That's what I was hoping you were going to say. Okay. So let me see. I don't, for some reason, we haven't come live on my page yet. I don't know why. But there we are. Okay, let me just lower this. Beautiful. Okay, so tonight is a 1-year anniversary of our StreamYard platform. So if you are someone that has been watching the show since the beginning, or even somewhere in there, you notice that a lot of people have been complimenting the platform. They really like that we have all this stuff coming in, and Leo does all that. I cannot take any credit for any of that. Leo does all that. And we, a year ago tonight, we realized our friend Chris DePierro, it was right before the presidential election, and things were really, really, really stressful. So it was Chris's idea. He's like, we should just do a Get Out the Vote show. And we did. We got a Get Out the Vote show. And I think the presidential election was the 6th that particular day. Mm-hmm. But we did one on a Tuesday. It wasn't even it was just like a random thing.
It was a good idea.
It was a great idea. And we just talked about voting and getting everybody excited about that. And it went really well. So
look how different I look from COVID. Oh, my goodness. From that year ago when we all went down. Not really. I don't look that much different. Oh, yeah.
We all kind of sort of look the same.
There we go. All right. There we go.
Yeah. So we anyway, we started this this special edition Get Out the Vote show a year ago tonight, and we went along with the StreamYard, which is this format that we use now, and I particularly love it. So people have been commenting on the fact that we can bring people, zoom in people from all over the country. Oh my goodness, speaking of all over the country, David Slauson has just zoomed in, checked in. There he is. He is in, I think you're in Kentucky, Louisiana, right? Are you in Louisiana or Kentucky, David? Let us know. So we do have this new platform. You know what? The comments aren't coming up there, but they're coming up here now. Okay, so Anna Arsenal Sawyer is watching. Barry Silver is watching. Bill Young is watching. Okay, so some people are coming. That's why I do this. Mario Davila, our adorable manager at Brandy's Piano Bar. Did you see his costume for Halloween?
I did not yet. I have not seen it yet.
Oh, it was great. I'll show it. It's on my Facebook page. It was me, Lauren Muffson, Bobby Belfry, and Mario, and he's dressed like kind of like, those skeletons, but like
Dias de los Muertos.
Yes, Dias de los Muertos. Is that what it is?
Which is actually, which is
Day of the Dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he was dressed as that.
That's when all the ghosts if you're traditional, you've gone to the graveyard already and you set out your little tequila for your abuelita on the altar.
Really?
So she could, or for my grandma, it was a little cervecita. Remember the half cans of Budweiser?
Oh my
was my
God.
grandma.
My grandmother liked Galliano.
Well, and my grandmother actually, her birthday was yesterday. God rest her soul.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yep. So she's on my altar over there on the other side.
That is amazing. So we have also Belle Parker is watching. Oh, well, you know what? A toast to your grandmother tonight, then, Leo.
Oh, a toast and maybe.
Oh, yes. In What's the Story with Maria Cup, which of
Cheers.
course, if you're interested in
Grandma.
any of our merchandise, this is $10. This item is $10. On the back it says, "Go ahead, keep eating." It's only $10. We will get it right out to you. Also, what's $10? Oh,
Which side? Oh yeah, this side.
our little tote bag. Our little tote bag. It's only $10. It's really durable material. And there it
A
is.
lot. We can get 2 gallons of milk in this thing, and you can carry it home, and it still lasts. Believe me.
Okay, so now Patrick is trying to. Let me see. Let me just, Leo, you continue to talk about our items.
Okay.
I'm gonna text him here.
Well, this is the piece de resistance. The What's the Story with Maria? Go ahead, keep eating apron. That is $25. And rumor has it, ladies and gentlemen, rumor has it that there's a wonderful little special calendar that's going to be going around for those that have been posing with just the apron and sans wear underneath. I can't get this over the headphones. Sorry. And I get a lot of use for it. It cleans very well.
Yes,
I've made so many pizzas in this.
I mean, you are the tester of that apron because you used it all. You said you used it all during COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and it hasn't lost its color or its shape. So that is a wonderful thing. So Patrick is trying to get on. I told him to come on through his telephone because he's having a hard time with the.
Okay.
Yeah, just come through the phone.
Well, when he comes on, I'll bring him in. But
Yeah.
you know who's in the back room with ADHD? We should keep him entertained for a minute.
Well, you know what? Why don't we bring Chris in quickly to thank him for starting the StreamYard and talk to him a little bit. And then when Patrick pops in, oh, no.
Yeah. Now what? Now it
Wait
gets
a minute.
serious.
That's so sexy. Okay, so this is perfect timing.
Yes.
So we were talking about, you look fantastic. We were talking
Clean
about our
living.
new
Oh my
calendar.
God.
Whoa, our new calendar that we're
My
putting
nipple-
together.
Whoa.
I can't. I'm a school teacher. I can't,
Yeah, you can't be naked.
Chris, I only paid you one compliment before the show. You didn't, you calm down.
He looks amazing. He looks
Why
amazing.
does it say gay head? I don't get it.
No, it says guy head, not gay head. Guy
Oh, God.
head.
God.
Holy
Oh,
mackerel.
that covers everything up.
So Chris is modeling our apron, and here's why he is naked. This is called, we're having a nothing but the apron calendar.
That's right.
So if you have a What's the Story with Maria apron, guy or girl, although I gotta say mostly, except for Judy, it's been all guys that have volunteered for this. Please take a picture of yourself or have someone take a picture of yourself. Send it to us. Leo will be approving all photos. He is our editor.
I approve.
Yep. Okay, Chris, I gotta say you look so sexy.
Hey, Patrick.
I got that seat. Oh, there he is, Patrick. Thanks for saving me.
Patrick. Yay.
How are you? Sorry I'm late.
That's okay. We're glad you're here. Okay, we're gonna zoom Chris out, and Patrick DeGennaro, our friend, is in. Hi, Patrick.
Hi. Sorry, I had computer stuff. My room's a mess.
Okay. Don't worry about it. It happens, and we solve the problem.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my friend Patrick DeGennaro, and not only is he my friend, but I'm a huge fan of his. He has the most beautiful voice. I love your voice. From the second you start singing, Patrick, I always turn around and listen and think, wow, like, how does he do that? Your voice is so rich, and it's just different. And it's just beautiful. So compliments to your voice, my friend.
Thank you so much, Maria. That's so kind.
No, and I mean it. And we work together at Brandy's quite a bit, and I love it. I love when you work. And you also work at the Duplex, right? Tell everybody some of the places they can find you during the week.
Okay, so I work Sunday happy hour at the Duplex from 5 to 9 o'clock downstairs in the piano bar. And then I just substitute. I sub around town because all the players are busy, so I get a lot of sub work. I don't have any permanent shifts at Don't Tell Mama, but I'm there all the time. And I'm at Brandy's all the time with you on Saturdays and Thursdays. I also sub a lot there too. And then I do my teaching and I do some private parties and whatever they pay me to. I just did the West Bank Cafe on their series upstairs in the dining room. That was really fun.
Oh, when was that?
I did two. I did one August 30th, September 30th, and I just did October 20th.
Oh, wow. Cool.
It was great. Really good.
Yeah, I like that room. I went to see LaDonna Burns there with Elliot.
Yes, exactly.
Rock. And it's nice because you get a little dinner, you get to listen to some wonderful music, and it's just very relaxing and really such a New York thing to do, you know?
And it was 2 sets, 2 50-minute sets. So it was like doing 2 shows. Usually you do an hour-long show of 14, 15 numbers. I did 25 songs. It was really nice to sing all, a lot of material.
And you were doing oh, there it is. Okay, great. So Patrick, you do quite a bit. You do a lot of gigs, even though you say you're just a sub.
Yeah.
But you do a lot of gigs. Now let's see what this is. So this is ReverbNation.com /Patrick DeGennaro. And let's spell your name for the radio listeners who can't see it. So it's capital D, small e, capital G, E, N-N-A-R-O, DeGennaro.
Yes.
DeGennaro.
That's it, DeGennaro.
Which is different than D. People don't realize that.
Somebody had to tell me how to pronounce my name. I told them my name was Patrick DeGennaro. He told me to spell it. He said, no, that's not your name. Your name is Patrick DeGennaro. And he's correct. That's correct.
He's right. He's absolutely right. Okay, now you see what's happening. Hold on a second. I'm coming back in because as our computers are being crazy, my computer is being crazy too.
I like your set there, Maria. You look great. That room looks great. I should have worked harder.
This is my apartment. I'm trying to find what. So, oh, there it is. Okay, hold on a second. I'm popping in and out. Hold on. I don't know why my. Oh, there you are. Okay, can we see each other? Hold on, Leo. I'm gonna pop back in. Hold on 1 second.
I should have worn my apron.
You know what? Oh, you have your apron. That's
no,
right.
I don't really, but I'm sure I could have come up with
Patrick,
something.
I can get you an apron. I don't know why it's not letting me see.
It didn't surprise me at all that it's all the men that want to be photographed with just their apron on.
You know what? And the only one is my girlfriend. Is the only other one that that is saying.
Oh, that's right. With clothes or without clothes.
Yeah, a lot of people. You know what's keeps popping up on my page? Oh, there we are. Okay. I'm telling you, these computers have a mind of their own. Like
Did you find
now,
it?
the time that Adobe Flash Player wanted to update. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you find you're watching? You're good again?
Yeah, we're good again. I just couldn't see myself. But all right. So let me just check in to see if any of our friends are saying hello. Because sometimes so Mario's here, Bethany Vaughn is here. A ton of people are watching, which is wonderful. Okay. So Patrick, I was working with you one Saturday, I think, and I remember saying to Karen Mack has checked in. Hi, Karen Mack. And I remember saying to, I think it was Lauren, I said, man, my voice is really like tired lately. And she said, oh, you gotta call Patrick. I was like, call Patrick. And she said, Patrick saved my voice when she was doing the tour of Mamma Mia. She said, I used to call into Patrick and we would do lessons because I was having a hard time like sustaining that 8 shows a week. So I was like, wow. And then I'm talking to Bobby and he said, oh, you got to take from Patrick. Patrick is the best. Patrick saved my voice. So I'm like, do you realize, Patrick, you are the saver of voices?
I got so lucky meeting my voice teacher. I thought I was getting second best. I was 16 and I knew I wanted to come into New York and study with somebody good. And the woman whose name I got had a waiting list and she closed the list and she was referring out. And I thought, now I'm going to get some second best thing. And I met this genius named Linda Sharman. And I went to a handful of lessons, but I was a snotty know-it-all 16-year-old. I didn't, I knew she was good, but I was good and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, long story short, I got a handful of lessons. when I did my first show with the band, I started to lose my voice, and I thought, I'm too young to be in trouble. Let me call her back. I called her back, started up again. Then she gave me teacher training. And then I ended up with like an all-star clientele of singers. I did my first workshop in New York, and I thought, let me see who wants to take it. Lena Katrakis, Lenny Watts, Karen Mack. Hi, Karen. Karen's going to be at the West Bank on November 18th.
I know.
I'm plugging your show. And so it was just crazy. And all of my clients are Bistro Award winners, Mac Awards winners. Almost everybody at Brandy's has taken some lessons at some point. So I've been so amazingly lucky to work with such great people. But I learned everything I know from this woman, and I'm happy to pass it on, because it's all about the health and strength of the instrument. You get your instrument in shape just like you get your body in shape. You can do anything you want with it. And so that's how I teach, and I've been teaching now for over 30 years in New York City. So
yeah, and your reputation is it's stellar.
Thank you, Maria.
I mean that. Anyone I've talked to that has taken with you is like, oh, you have no idea.
That's how long I've been teaching. Okay. See that? I had hair and everything.
Well, it happens. These things happen. But listen, you look very good without it as well.
Well, thanks.
So it doesn't matter.
I can still sing without it. That's all that matters.
That's what matters. Now, so what are some of the reasons? You could be an amazing singer, but what are some of the reasons that a person would want to continue to take voice lessons?
Okay. Well, okay. So let's put it this way. The bass player that I worked with, that I recorded all my CDs with, is the most employed bass player on Broadway. His name is Randy Landau. And one day he said to me, I'm going to be a few minutes late for the rehearsal. I have a lesson. And I said, oh, I didn't know you taught. He said, oh, I don't teach. I take a lesson every week. The most employed bass player on Broadway takes a lesson every single week. That's what being a musician is. It's never over. And especially for voice, because it's muscle, and muscle never stays still. So the more you sing, the more problems you're going to have. And when people say, I don't really have many vocal problems, it probably is because they're not doing very much singing. Because when you sing all the time, as the pianist, I'm a marathoner. I sing 60 to 80 songs a night. You know how I sing. I start at 9:30. It's nonstop. I don't phone it in. I don't really play instrumentals. When you're there, you are talking all night long, serving cocktails. Then you have to get up and immediately become a singer. It's a lot of work. It's when nobody's sitting in the dressing room waiting for their name to be called. You know, it's a whole way of maintaining. And so just like any dancer, dancers on Broadway, they take class in the morning. They try to get back to perfection, so when they get out on stage, they can take it to the limits they want to take it. And nobody wants to be a perfect little singer. That would be the most boring thing. So if you want to sing with some edge and sing with some fire, then you need to know what the program is to get yourself back into shape every single day.
Right. Well, that's what Lauren Muffson was talking about. And I respect her so much. And when she said that, she said, oh no, he really saved my voice, because, when you're doing, like you said, the piano players always blow my mind, because as a singing bartender or waitress, whatever, we go up, we do a set, then we go back, we work, then we come back later, we do a set. And if you're right, we're talking constantly. I think that's what grates our voice down.
Oh yeah.
But
the singing is the easy part.
Well, that's, to me, it's a relief to get up and sing. And I also feel like I get great joy out of like blowing those notes out, because I feel like I get all this junk out of my body, and just energetically, it's so nice to release. It's such a release to sing, but you guys sing all night long. So unless you were doing it right, you wouldn't be able to keep doing it.
That's how my teaching practice got started. I was working at Don't Tell Mama, and somebody went up to one of the bartenders and said, can you recommend a voice teacher? And they said, you know what, ask him, because he does. First of all, I would be drinking and smoking cigarettes. Back then you could smoke. So I always had a cigarette lit in the ashtray. He said, and he's better at 3 a.m. than he is at 9 p.m. And that is the truth. When you are in good voice, it's muscle. So if you're cranking, it's good. And so it built amazing endurance and stamina for me, but also put my name on the map that I must know what I'm doing if I can sing like that. And so little by little, people started coming to me. And like I said, then I built up this practice, and it's been such an evolution. I know that thing with Lauren was amazing, because nobody was doing Skype or phone lessons then. We were a little ahead of our time, but she was away and she wanted to connect. So we figured out how to do it. And it was really fun to be a part of her the biggest thing that happened in her career so far, and we stayed connected and really, helped. I was able to help her. It was more about the low stuff for Lauren. The part was relatively low. The high notes she always had,
Yeah.
So it's so interesting what direction everything can take. So then I did private lessons for years, one-on-one, like everybody's used to. And then I started the workshops. And I thought, if you took private lessons from me, why would you want to take one of my workshops? And then I did one of those the summer festivals that Lena Katrakis does and Lenny Watts did, and they were called Summer in the City. They used to do it together. And many of my clients would be there, and I would take volunteers and, do like a demo with them for 20 minutes. And my client said to me, watching you work with the other person, I finally understood what you were talking about, because it's not threatening to them. They're not the ones being corrected. They're not the one under the microscope.
Right.
I also had a client who took the class, and I quoted him on my website. He said, I watched you work with 6 other singers and knock it out of the park. When you came to me, I would have chosen to believe 30% of what you said because of my ego. But after seeing it with the other people, I had to take it in. So there's something about a group dynamic. So I teach private lessons now, but the bulk of my work is the workshops. And I used to do them in person in Manhattan until the pandemic. And then I got started on Zoom. And although I would never have thought it was ideal,
I love it.
I'm teaching around the country. So now clients of mine that have moved, I've got St. Louis and Florida and California and Georgia, and it's just been extraordinary. So that's where I'm at now. I do usually 6 to 8 weeks in a semester, 2 nights a week on Zoom, and I'm starting next week with a Tuesday and a Thursday night class. I've got 2 spots left in Tuesday. I've got 1 spot left in Thursday. And if anybody wants to jump in, I teach on all levels from beginner to Broadway.
Okay. And that is why I wanted to have you on tonight, because I saw on Facebook that you posted this workshop, and I thought I want to let everybody know about this, because the wonderful thing about Zoom, like you said, is that you can reach people don't have to be in the city. And a lot of people have either moved out or are on tour or are working in another state. And this is the beauty of it. You can take this workshop with Patrick or study privately with Patrick, over Zoom. And that's just, I think it's I love it. I love that we can reach so many people.
I also have an online lesson curriculum. They're downloadable lessons. So on www.vocaltechnique.com, there are 8 downloadable lessons. And lesson 1 is free. Lesson 1 is my favorite. If I had to do one lesson for the rest of my life, it would be lesson 1.
Wow.
It's not beginner land. It's like a ballet bar. Anybody, no matter who you are, whether you're me or Mikhail Baryshnikov, the ballet bar starts with the same movements. Now, of course, the quality of those movements between me and Mikhail is going to be radically different, but the movements are the same. And so no matter who you are, you want lesson 1. It's a free download. The rest are $50 each. I have people, the first year I put out the website, all of my contacts across the country were using them. Matt Berman, Matt, he's a lighting designer and stage manager. He works with, he gave me the best compliment. He said he was at one of these places in, California, and there were 7 dressing rooms that he had to call places. And in every dressing room, they were warming up with my tapes.
Wow.
And it was huge. So
they're wonderful.
They're studio recorded, which means you don't have to hear yourself. See, when you record your own lesson, you have to hear what you did that day every time you go back and listen to it, which is a drag. And you hear what everything I had to say. So it's very hard to edit that down. These are studio recorded. I give the cues as I need to. After the first go around of my friends, the next big wave of sales were voice teachers from Europe, Italy and Switzerland in particular, looking to teach a contemporary technique where they had usually taught classical. So they were kind of stealing my material, but that's what it's there for. It's there to be used. And I saw a lot of my clients use the online lessons as well.
Well, you know what? This is the way I look at it. Instead of stealing, it's passing it on.
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
Download them. I personally, I think $50 is so reasonable.
It's crazy.
It's so reasonable. And the thing is, once you download it, you have it. So,
and most people, when they sell their curriculum, they sell it all. They sell the whole program for $600 or $700. You can try lesson 1. If you don't like it, you're under no obligation. You didn't spend anything. You want to buy lesson 2, it's $50. If you want to buy all 8, whatever, it's fine. But you're not beholden to it, and you can go. I've had really good feedback on that. It's good.
Oh, that's great. I think that's so reasonable and wonderful. And if we're all spreading the good news about taking care of our voices, and like you said with your friend that was a bass player, if you're a true artist, you want to continue to take lessons. Like my friend Jeffrey Campbell he popped on a little while ago, and he's an accountant by trade, but he's an incredible classical pianist. And he always is taking lessons. And I so respect that, and I remember there's a wonderful all-girl band called Diva Jazz Orchestra. And they're an 18-piece big band. And one of I have a couple of friends in that band, but one of them is an incredible trumpet player, like my favorite trumpet player. And she was on my album and everything. And she is constantly teaching and taking clinics, with other brass. And it's like, I'm so blown away. They travel all over the country. And she's like, no, I can't do it right now. I have a clinic. And it's like, same like your friend. And I was like, wow, like she's the best of the best.
Yeah, that's it. I love taking a lesson. If I feel like I need a tune-up or I hand it off to somebody else. Linda's known me since I'm 16 years old. It's so easy to let her do the driving.
Yeah.
And I learned so much by teaching. Whenever you teach anything, you learn so much from the people. And one of the things I think I bring to the table is that I'm not trying to crank out something I learned in college 40 years ago. Right. I do this every single week. I'm on my voice. Whatever I know from here, from firsthand experience.
Right. I was going to say, you're not just, selling something like, there are people that are great at what they do as teachers. They don't do what they teach anymore, but you are one of those people that's out there every week doing it. So, better than anybody else. Well, I'm very excited that you're teaching this new, I know you have a lot going on, but I can't stress enough. I mean, I'm looking at people that are popping on. We have some performers and some, just because you don't do it for a living doesn't mean that you would not enjoy taking a workshop. Don't put yourself in that category. I have a lot of friends that love voice, and they would love to do something like this. So Patrick is your go-to. Leo, can you pop that up again, that the Patrick's website, so we can see it if you want to reach Patrick? It is Vocal Technique. Hold on, he'll pop it in a minute. And then if you want to schedule something with, vocaltechnique.com. That's so easy.
Yeah.
And that is Patrick's website. And you can reach Patrick. You can download some lessons if you prefer to do that. And as he said, the first one is free. Yeah,
if you do the free download, I'll get an email. You can probably even put a note in there to me. And I think my phone number is also listed on one of those pages as well. Okay. And if not, I'm listed, or you can find my email. And
now, Patrick, do you also have CDs and recordings out there that people can buy or listen to? Or?
I do. I've got 3 albums on iTunes. I've got... and I did that single over the summer of Back Alive, which was the video that I did. And everything's on Spotify as well.
Wonderful. So you do yourself a favor, because Patrick's voice is stunning and rich and gorgeous, and it's just beautiful. So if you go and listen to Patrick's stuff as well, and then reach out to Patrick or pass it on to your friends, or go ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say that's lovely coming from you, because you've got a gorgeous voice too, Maria. I love hearing you sing.
Jesus, what a compliment coming from you. I mean, we I learn a lot from listening to you, and it's such a compliment that you like my voice as well. And
oh yeah, I told you when I went back to Brandy's after the pandemic, you were sounding better than ever, popping out high C's stuff. And we never really worked together at the Duplex, so maybe once. I filled in.
You're right.
So Brandy's was really my first time to get to know all that you do, and it's just always a pleasure. So we'll have to find a duet for us one of these days.
That would be great. I would love it. Well, thank you for taking the time to come on, Patrick.
Endless love.
Endless love. I'll be Diana Ross.
Yes, please.
Thank you so much for asking me, Maria. It's really a pleasure. It's a pleasure to talk about all this stuff and to have an opportunity for that. So thank you.
Yeah. And thank you for taking the time to come on. I know you're a busy person. So I'll see you soon. I hope we work together soon, sweetie.
Me too. Thank you again.
Okay, honey. Good to see you.
Bye.
All right. Good night. Patrick DeGennaro, everybody. I seriously mean this. I can't say enough about his voice. It's stunning. And his voice is stunning, and he's an amazing teacher. So I'm going to take a couple. I need to, because I work so much, which is great. God, thank you. Thank you. After the pandemic, New York has bounced back and I'm working a lot and I'm so thrilled. But, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So I want to keep my voice forever. In order to do that, I must take care of it. And it is time to go and take some lessons with Patrick DeGennaro. Okay. Leo, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm right here.
Now, earlier when Chris
wait, but you didn't say my name correctly, though. Can you read the screen?
Oh,
please?
And now it's Leo de Rodriguez?
Right. Well, I mean, Chris DePierro, Patrick DeGennaro.
Yeah.
I wanted to be included, so Leo de Rodriguez.
You know what? All right, then that's who you shall be tonight.
It's Latin anyway, if you think about it.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, now there's D and then there's day. So D means of and day means from. No, it's the opposite. I'm sorry. One means you come from a certain place, like so and so from this part, and then day means of. So like DeGennaro means that way back, these people were the people of Gennaro. So Gennaro was some guy in a village, and this was his family.
And Chris
was of DePierro, which means Peter in Italian.
Oh,
yes. So that's what it means. Oh, could you be any cuter tonight, naked with that apron?
Oh, really? I'm naked?
You look adorable.
I have breaking news.
What?
Eric Adams won for mayor of New York City.
Okay, all right.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't want to bring up politics on?
No, it's fine. Okay. I mean, that's great.
That's how he started.
He was up against Curtis Sliwa. Now, yes. I will say the poor Curtis was hit by a cat the other day. He's fine. He's fine. But I'm like, that's some craziness.
Where was his guardian angel? That's what I want.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
Well, that's where he's kind of going with this. He's been a guardian. But I mean, he was in my neighborhood last week. He was playing salsa music on a big float. God bless him. Listen, I'm glad that we have good people in our city, and for the most part, both sides usually present some good candidates. So, okay, great for Eric Adams. He was the Brooklyn Borough president, and now he will go into the role. And I do think that he is a great candidate for our time. Mm-hmm. For what's happening right now, socially and economically, and with race relations. He is a former NYPD captain. He has been a senator. He is African American. He understands the plight of being a poor kid growing up that way, and then becoming a cop and being promoted, and what all that entails. He knows the ins and outs of the police department. So I think that he is the right man for the job right now. I don't know what's going to happen down the line, but I do think, although I was a Catherine Garcia girl, I was pulling for her, but I think she's really great.
That's the interesting thing, I think, is, well, you're all spring chickens, but as we get older, only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
Really?
But I'm willing to give him a chance. So, yeah. Andy, speaking of hotties, Andy Prasky has joined us. Hey, Maria and Leo. Hi,
Andy.
Andy, look at Chris DePierro. He's wearing nothing but the apron.
Hi,
He's
Andy.
going to be in our calendar.
Yes.
Andy's a Jersey guy, too. Now, did you decide which month you wanted to be, Chris?
I think,
I'm going to say something because you are a New Year's Eve baby, right?
I don't want to go for December. I was going to say it, but I know it's a very
December.
popular month.
I think you should be January.
Well, wow, really?
Yeah, I think you should start because, first of all, you were my first guest ever on What's the Story with Maria.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, and then you started the StreamYard a year ago, so This is our new format. You kind of like that starter guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just walk away. That's usually what I do.
Well, you're always there, though. You're always there if we need to. I'm kind of saying that you might have to be the January baby.
Wow. Well,
Yeah. I'm going with that.
what an honor. What an honor.
It's
to be a
written
number.
down.
So Andy says, I see that looking good. Chris, you look great in the apron. SL Silvana Mastrolia.
Hi, Silvana.
Doesn't he look so adorable?
The great actress, Silvana Mastrolia.
Yes. We're going to get you a lot of dates. That calendar is going to get you a lot.
Please, I've been hearing that for 20 years.
Why don't you come to Brandy's? I told you, come to Brandy's on
We never had
Fridays
it.
and
We never had a
Saturdays.
I know,
calendar.
I'm
You
so
never had a
sorry.
calendar.
It's straight girl heaven. You would freak out. So many straight girls. It's the Upper East Side. They would love you.
Yeah, you would freak out. So many straight girls.
Yes.
I'm so busy. You know how busy I am.
I know how
Maria.
busy you are. Now, listen, speaking of busy, you're always working on a project. That's one of the things I love about you. You just finished a short film, right?
Right.
Not only did you finish it, but you got an award for it.
Yes, the great Kevin Leonidas Alexander wrote a great play, You Can't Fix Stupid. We shot it over the summer during the pandemic, of course, with the great Justine Rossi Barilli and Anthony Barilli, our handsome husband.
I know, my friends as well.
Yes, and the very elusive Michael Perry.
Who did you say?
Elusive.
Who did you say? Who is the actress?
The beautiful and talented Justine Rossi Barilli.
Oh, she's here.
Wow.
She's here.
Look at the other way.
Hello. Oh my God. Hi, Justine.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
So I did see the short film. It was,
oh, you did?
I did. I think Chris had it up on something or sent it to me at some point. And it was hysterical. And I loved it. And you and Anthony played husband and wife, as you are in real life. You know, Anthony's he's a recurring guest on the show, as you know.
Yes, he's a Met fan. Well, he just came on for the play too. Yeah.
And the name of the movie is You Can't Fix Stupid. And that's your house. That happens to be your house. Hysterical. It was during the pandemic, and there they are.
It was so much fun.
It was so much fun, and you guys all know each other, which is great. So you were, all of us worked at Tony and Tina's wedding together at different times, but Justine and I worked together. I worked with Anthony as well, and our naked January guy here. Yeah, doesn't he look cute? He looks cute, right?
Come on, I can't. Don't
No, I'm telling you, I
just look at you.
Look at him.
Is that all you're wearing? Do you have nothing else on? Are you wearing any underpants?
Justine, we're doing a calendar called Nothing But the Apron. For What's the Story with Maria? So,
well, that's the answer to my question, then, isn't it? All right, then.
Of course, I have something on.
I hope you're not on a rough piece of furniture.
So, Silvana has brought up a very important point. Congratulations on your Best Actress Award, Justine. Woo! Tell us all about that. So what was the film festival? What was the award? How did it go?
Well, actually, wasn't at the film festival. Chris and Kevin went together because I was in Atlanta with my daughter. So and Anthony was what?
She's in college now, right?
She's a freshman in college, yeah.
Wow.
So I was hanging out with her down there. But we called ourselves a Corona crew during the winter. During the pandemic, not the winter.
Summer, winter.
It was a long winter, dark winter that lasted a year and a half. But every Friday night we'd have Zoom sessions, and then once the weather got better, we said, okay, we will be in the backyard together. This is pre-vaccination and stuff. We didn't have it yet. I don't think, was it? I don't think so. So Kevin wrote this silly thing. Actually, we did something else. Chris had some ideas. We did some silly little short scenes for another film festival. A bunch of actors sitting in a backyard.
Why not?
In a pandemic.
I think that most of us were very creative in the pandemic because we were stuck. We had nowhere to go. We had no way to express ourselves. And I think it's wonderful that that's what creative people do, that they find other ways to put their energy out there. Andy Prasky, who is our friend, says, and Chris, I think you'll find this particularly interesting, Netflix is considering opening a major film studio at the decommissioned Fort Monmouth in Edentown, New Jersey. It could be huge for so many creative people.
Wow.
Wow.
You
That's
know,
like a game changer.
Yeah. You know, everything is coming back to the East Coast. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. And a lot of stuff is already shot here.
Yeah.
And they opened a studio in Red Hook, I think. They did something in Jersey City, and now they're going to take over something. It's very encouraging.
That is wonderful.
Yeah.
Where's Monmouth?
Down south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, just to let everybody know, Justine was Tina and Tony and Tina's wedding. And you've continued with the show though, Justine, and you and Anthony are still in it when there's tours and things, right?
Yeah, but I haven't been consistently. You know what I mean? I've been.
No, but I see you're always popping in there.
I play Tina's mother.
Now you play Tina's mother. Well, oh my God, Michael Perry, who was Johnny Nunzio for many years in Tony and Tina's.
The best.
Yeah, he's so silly and so hysterical. And you talk about committing to the silliness.
Well, the only thing is, I have to say, very silly, not the greatest driver. And I love Michael. He was scaring the shit out of me when we were doing those.
Really?
Well, because he was acting, so you know.
Right. But Chris, haven't you had Michael Perry?
He wouldn't stop at this stop sign at the right. I'm like, keep the stop. Would you stop when I say stop? Don't come. And he kept on going. Anyway, but stuff like this was just so much fun to shoot inside the car, and.
But
you know, we're all yelling at each other. It was so funny, you know, but not seriously, you know.
Yeah. Now Kevin wrote it, right? Kevin wrote it.
No.
And you filmed it. You also, would you say you directed it as well, or did Kevin?
No, Kevin directed it.
Okay.
I filmed probably 70% of it because when we shot with 3 iPhones, the scene they did like that one scene when they're standing outside the house. They did it like in one take, and I had the same footage from each phone. It was so much fun to edit back and forth because the continuity was there. If their hand was up on one, it was like definitely up. There was no like continuity problem. I think I only stole one little scene from a different take that I punched in there.
This is cool though. Look at all the different angles and this is really cool.
Yeah, this was me and Kevin just driving around. We went out one day and just got all these pickup shots, and this was Anthony sneaking a little dessert.
Yeah. I love
you might recognize Anthony from climbing the Empire State Building back in the day. I'm so sorry.
Chris, this is making those jokes now that he's so tiny.
He's tiny. He's so skinny now.
He's smaller than me, Maria.
How could that be?
It's annoying.
He was always a big guy.
Yeah.
Well, now you can't stop him now. You can't stop him.
Well, I told him no more weight loss. He's skinny enough. He's wearing jeans. I don't think he's wearing stuff. He's like, I don't think I've worn this since 6th grade. He's like in size 30.
You might want to stop at like 9th grade, I think, Anthony. I don't think he needs to go back down to 6th grade. That's enough.
Well, apparently he was kind of big in 6th grade.
Oh, okay. All right.
He was driving a bread truck at 6th grade.
He keeps pulling these clothes out of the attic. It's amazing. He's like, the last time I wore this, like 1981. I'm like, stuff I've never even seen.
But he still has those clothes. That's what's really amazing.
Ugh.
And knowing Anthony,
labeled.
Not surprising. Not surprising.
No.
Yeah. No. So, okay, now we got to do the food section of our show, as we do at 9:45.
I love that little cue.
Yep, we have to do it now. Leo, are you with us? Let me see if I missed anybody. Okay. All right, so this segment is called "Go Ahead, Keep Eating." So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead,
keep eating.
All right, what did I make tonight? I've been on the keto. but you got to get creative.
Wow.
I got a class reunion, 2 class reunions coming up because I went to 2 different high schools. One for my first 2 years, my St. Clement's. Then we moved and I went to Stoneham High School. So tonight, what did I make? I made a low carb quesadilla. So this is, right. You got to get creative. So these are low carb tortillas. Leo showed me how to toast the tortillas on the actual flame on your stove, which I never knew.
Come on. Go ahead, keep dancing.
You better be ready by
Where's that coming
So this is chicken.
Who's playing that?
Spicy chicken. I chopped up some grilled chicken. I got red peppers in there. Red bell peppers. I got onions in there, Vidalia onions. I sauteed them with some garlic.
Yummy.
Yes, paprika, chili powder, cumin, and a little onion powder. And it's delicious. And then I got a little guacamole on that, and I put some little taco sauce on there from Trader Joe's.
How hot do you like your sauce, Maria?
You know what? I used to like it super hot, but not anymore. Now I kind of like it medium.
You know,
because otherwise you're just burning your mouth. You're not tasting anything.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you get your really good chilies, you taste the sweetness and the fruit from the chilies in a really good salsa.
Yes.
Not just the onion and the other stuff, but the chilies itself.
Yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, in a couple of weeks, Leo, I'm going to get my friend Victor Flores, who's an incredible chef, and he just created a product that he's super busy, but he created a product that has all the ingredients that you're talking about. Okay, so this is our salad tonight. This is Chris, a Boston lettuce. It's all right. It's okay. I know he enjoys the Boston lettuce.
It'll make you choke.
You got
it happens. It happened. It happens to all of us at some point. We went as far as we could go.
We did it. We went as far as we could go.
And then your Dodgers as well, far as we could go. Okay, and then I have Campari tomatoes. These are new tomatoes I discovered that are so delicious. They're like mini vine ripe, and they're absolutely amazing. It's Campari, and then there's a Kalamata olives, nice and sliced up, and baby cucumbers. Look at that. And I didn't have any onions. I was looking for red onion, so I put onion salt on this. Little black pepper. I'm gonna put a granola olive oil on this and a fig infused vinegar.
Oh, yummy.
Does that sound delicious?
Wait a second. Is there some mozzarella on there too?
Yes.
Yeah,
out. I'm looking at these nice little mozzarella balls.
Nice. Yes. Yeah. Bocconcini mozzarella.
Beautiful.
You can have all this on the keto.
Did you infuse that vinegar yourself?
I did not. I bought it.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
There's 2 companies that I buy from, and I like them both. One is called the Boston Olive Oil Company, and the other one is called the New England Olive Oil Company, and they're both amazing and make things in small batches. And I buy from both of them.
Maria, I'm curious. Why did you choose the fig?
Well, I was craving it. Because I thought with all of these, you got to go with an Italian kind of theme because you have Italians. Although the Kalamata olives are Greek, but I think when I saw the olives, when I think of olives, I think of figs because the region of Italy that my parents are from, they're famous for olives and figs. That's what they produce.
That's what my connection in my head was, and I was just curious. And I love when we match.
If you grow olive trees, you also the conditions are right for fig trees. My mother loved figs, so I like figs a lot. And so fig infused olive oil, that's made me it was just the region of Italy.
It's a good combo, yeah.
Which actually, Justine, is the same region of Italy that Anthony's family's from.
What, but are you Barnese? Are you?
No, I'm Milanese, but it's like they're literally right next door to each other.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so we used to talk about that all the time. And then watermelon. I know the summer's over, but I still love good melon, and you can have it on keto. So there it is. Oh my God.
It tastes good now this time of year, yeah?
It's okay. It's not the best. It's not like summer melon, but it's still good. Look who has joined us. Lynn Portis.
Genius. Hello,
Lynn Portis.
Big round of applause for Lynn Portis Genius, who writes a lot of the music for a lot of Chris's stuff. A lot of his
Yes.
film. She scores the films. So
She's
love
going
you
to be
guys so
very
much.
busy very soon.
She says looks fabulous. Yes,
Thank
but
you.
speaking of looking fabulous, how cute is Chris in that apron? He's going to be January. He's going to
Yes.
be January.
Maria,
With the
he looks good enough to eat. He
Whoa!
looks good enough to eat.
He really does.
Stick a fork in him.
Don't stick a fork in him. He's done. I think that
Listen.
a lot of people are going to be jealous, Chris, because they don't see you. They see you as more of a comedian, and they don't realize that you're also a hottie. Now they're going to be like,
Oh my God.
both. He has both things that he's good at. They're going to be a little jealous. Ready to go sexy, Chris, says Lynn.
It's hard uglying myself down sometimes. It's just.
I know. And we know
What's
that's
your
what-
angle,
that's-
gonna be, Chris? Are you going forward with the apron, or are you going to give us a little?
No,
where's
you
your
can't-
angle?
Whoa,
I
Justine is always thinking.
I don't know. I don't know yet.
I don't know.
I don't think I
mean,
have a good side.
Hey, you know what though? Maybe you can be like.
Isn't he already a bit cheeky?
Oh,
And then he disappears.
Chris, we have to come up with, or you have to
Yes.
come up with it. That you're the filmmaker. Maybe some film, something. You have to be working. Maybe you're at an editing
Right.
machine.
It has
I
to
don't
be a
know.
full-length photo, correct?
Well, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't.
Okay.
You could be at your desk like you are now.
Oh, really?
Yes, it doesn't have to be full length. I want
Okay.
you to be the creative person behind your
Yes.
own photo shoot.
Yes, I will. Okay.
Everybody will do whatever they want. And so far, I only have men, and Judy, my girlfriend, is the only one who has said, I'll do it. She, but so it might be all boys and Judy. Who knows?
And Judy's going naked.
Judy has no problem going naked. Judy would be naked all the time if she could get away with it. She's Cuban. They like to be naked.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
just
I wouldn't. I don't know.
Well, no, but you like Latinas, they're
I
all
grew
about,
up with
like,
girls.
It's always
kind
hot. When you're Latin, it's hot every day.
Right.
So for
And
some
you have
reason,
the perfect skin tone and all that.
yeah,
I
they're
do.
just he's ready. He's ready to go. Andy Prasky, I he goes, oh snap, right? Andy Prasky, I know you have an apron. If you would like to be in our calendar, please let me know. Now, I will put this out. If you want to be in the aprons only calendar, you must submit your photo by Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
That's the deadline, because Leo has to hand pick, go through it like a fine tooth comb, every photo, and examine the photos. Am I right, Leo? And then we have to put them in order and send them into the whatever company we're going to use, and then we have to have them produced, ready to go by January.
Yeah.
Because Chris is going to be January.
It's a heavy load to
Quite a
carry,
burden
but
on you, Leo.
yeah.
Yeah. Sacrifices you make.
It really is. Now,
God bless.
what do you folks have in the works? You got anything else coming up that you want to talk about?
The only thing I want to say is, Justine is the only thing better than Justine can do acting is be a mother, and now that she has some time on her hands, we need to get her busy. And I know Anthony's been very busy acting, and I would love to start working with Justine on some kind of regular basis because she is totally amazing. And she
was in Miami or Bust.
Well, yes, she was in Miami or Bust, and you know what? I'm going to get a little deep. She put her creative self on the shelf for a little while to raise a fantastic family.
Amazing.
And you know what? And she
Amazing.
did, and now it's her time to come back into the creative world. And I would love to be a part of.
Right.
Oh, thanks, Chris.
She's
we're doing
just
something
amazing.
With Marushak, right? Marushak actually wrote a script, so we're doing something with her too. She wrote a
Yes.
script about guess who's coming to Hanukkah.
Really?
Yes. I can't. I'm not gonna. It's not. It's a scripted piece. It's not a. It's not an interactive show.
Wow.
Chris. You're filming that, right? So that's
Yeah,
something
yep.
that We're
Now, if people want to see Miami or Bust because it's so funny.
Oh, it's funny.
How can they see it, Chris?
It's on YouTube. You could see it on YouTube if you Google it, or YouTube it, or whatever they call it.
So there are so many great actresses and actors in this show. Oh my God! Like just one after another, after another, after another. And Justine's got a pretty big role in it too.
Anthony Patelis is there. There's Patrick Michael Buckley. I mean,
oh my God!
You know, I got all these guys in there.
Jackie Carroll.
If you go straight to chrisdepierro.com, that's linked there along with Gavrone's Produce, and there's a couple other things on there as well, I believe.
The beautiful Amanda Jensic.
Yeah.
So many great actors. Oh my God. So many. Amazing.
It's quite an adventure.
It really is. And you'll laugh so hard you'll have to stop it. Like you have to it really is such a great you captured so many amazing moments. So go and check that out. And I know is there like a film festival season? Is it like anything else that there's a season to it? Or
no? You could go on filmfreeway.com. There's a great website, and they'll tell you the next deadline for any film festival in the world. You know, they'll say in a week this deadline is coming up, and it's a great feature. You could sort it by that, or you could sort by other ways. But I usually go by, you know, what's the next one? What's the next deadline I can get in there on? And
Lynn Portis said, Justine, watch out world. And she's the best mom. It's true, Justine. You raised two just amazing kids.
Oh, well, thank you. What about Linny with the 4? Jeez,
oh my God.
She wins the awards with the doctors and the lawyers and the people
the engineers.
Things in the water that I can't even understand how it works.
Well, do you remember when we were in Tony and Tina, she used to bring her little babies to the show.
I have a picture outside with the kids when they were little. And when I was playing Tina, and Gary's in it. Gary the priest. Remember Gary?
Yes, of course, Gary Schneider.
Gary Schneider. That's I mean,
was Father Mark.
Yeah, her little one was so little.
So little. John, who was on the show a few weeks ago. So yeah, this is. I mean, we've been friends this long. Where Lynn's kids were so little, and Lynn was the musical director. Sometimes she would bring them to the show because whatever, and we would kind of watch them. They'd be like running around. But they were so well behaved.
They were.
So amazing. So, okay, we have just maybe like 2 minutes left. If you could, I always say this, what are we leaving our audience with? So a lot of people that watch these shows are creative people. I personally feel like things are bouncing back. What do you guys think? Think they're bouncing back?
For sure.
And you think people are ready? I feel like people are so ready for live stuff again.
Well, just seeing the show that Aunt just did with Santo, every time I saw it a few times, I saw it like 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
And the guy who introduced the show every night said, welcome to 1, 2, 3 Men and welcome back to live theater.
Yes.
And every time he said that,
people clapped.
Everyone went nuts. It's a black box theater, not a Broadway sized theater. I can imagine what they're doing over in Broadway. People were just so happy to be out, and in the theater next door. Yeah. That one was filled. So it feels good. Yeah. I feel like personally and also in the greater world, I feel like it's happening. It's happening. And
also film. I think people are getting, I think being creative is more and more and more a thing now than it ever was, because we realized how valuable that was.
Yeah.
What did we have in the pandemic? But we had each other to create things and to communicate, and we were watching more than ever. We were watching everything. We needed actors. We needed filmmakers. We needed everybody, musicians, more than ever. So I want to thank both of you for coming on. Thanks, you Maria, for taking the time. And Leo Rodriguez, where is Leo? We want to thank Leo Rodriguez.
Leo.
Patrick DeGennaro, if you watched the beginning of the show, amazing vocal coach, singer, piano player, musical director. Go and check out Patrick as well. We love and appreciate you. Thank you to Jim Bell, our producer and engineer. Good night, and come back next week.